Hey guys, it's Sims Australia and welcome back to my channel and a brand new speed build. So today we are making a tiny base game starter home. Okay, so we are in Brightchester for this build. That's obviously not a requirement because this build is base game. I just wanted to use the new 20 by 15 lot. That's literally it. I just wanted a nice small lot, and I've used the ones like in Newcrest so many times. So I just wanted a different backdrop, basically. That's the only reason that we're in Brightchester for this build. So to start off with, like, you can see that I'm sort of fiddling about with the fact that obviously we can turn the stairs round now. So I'm playing about with that and I'm trying to incorporate that into the build because that can tend to mean that you get like a lot more space for different things in your build because you've not got like a gigantic staircase halfway through it. And also I think like at its maximum point, this is 6 by 6, okay, on both floors. So twisting the staircase like that meant that I could keep it really small and compact and add a second floor, which obviously adds like a lot more living space. I think overall the interior of this house is like under 36 squares. Possibly? Maybe? I think so. Either that or it's like each floor is 36 squares. Anyway, it's like a tiny home, and yeah, I love it. I don't know what else to tell you. I pretty much like all of my builds. Some of them I loved at the time, and then I put them up and about 3 days later I'm like, what was I thinking? And I absolutely hate it. But that's just, yeah, I'm not gonna then take down a video. So at the time of recording, when I'm looking at the builds, I like them all. It's just whether that sticks or not. So yeah, I've tried to make the shape interesting. For all it's like a tiny home, I didn't want it to be a complete and utter box. So we've got like a couple of bits that jut out at the side there, or, you know, a really easy way to make a box not look like a box is roofing. So the fact that I have obviously like the different, you know, that overhang on the first story, and then up top, and then it's got like the beveled roof and everything. You just add in different things that can help make it not look quite so boring. And because the lot was so tiny, and it is a starter home, the landscaping was really, really simple, so I've kept it in for you guys. But yeah, I mean, just because it's a starter home doesn't mean you don't want it to look nice, I guess. But yeah, so this is probably more on the more expensive end of a starter home. It's about 29,000 simoleons. But I think like the general consensus is anything less than 30,000. So I mean, I would still class it as a starter home. For all it's maybe on the slightly more expensive end. But see, to be honest, you could get rid of like those plant pots or flower beds that are on the windows, a couple of the rocks that I put out the front, and I don't know, a dining table. Your sons don't need to eat at a table, they can they can sit at the couch and eat or something like that. And there's like an extra chair upstairs and some clutter and stuff. Like, you could absolutely, if you want to keep your son's dining table, there's stuff that you could take away to save money or to decrease the price that has absolutely no impact on functionality, because that's something that I'm really, really pleased about. This is still a starter home, but it's still cluttered. Like, I don't feel like it's bare. I have still managed to clutter it in a way that I'm happy with, I guess. So yeah, fully functional kitchen. I tried to extend that round the side and sort of have like a breakfast bar, but it was like jutting out and the counters didn't match up nicely and I wasn't happy with it. So I decided to scrap that idea and then put a dining table in instead. So there is like the 2 appliances and the sink, but your Sims can cook on that inner corner. So it's still like a fully functional kitchen. And yeah, that cute little plant pot and the flower, I raised that up to sit that on top of the fridge. So that's where I managed to keep in most of the clutter. And then the only thing that goes in that corner there is like the kitchen roll right next to the sink. But I think, yeah it is. It's close enough in to the side that it doesn't impact on playability. Your Sim can still use that workspace for preparing their meals, so that it's absolutely fine. And then, yeah, I added in the little dining chair and table because I'm being nice to your Sims, okay? They can eat somewhere. It took me a long time though to find wood that was the right colour. So this is base game, so everything, like I've said, everything that I'm using, if you have the Sims, you have access to. But it also limits the swatches. I mean, early release Sims was not great with keeping like wood tones the right colour. This, yeah, it wasn't easy, but I think I'm happy that it's close enough, basically. But you guys are maybe starting to see what I mean. Like, for all its base game, there's still loads of plants and lamps and clutter and paintings and everything all about. So it's not a bare home. Like, it is alright. It's obviously not decorated to the absolute maximum because, I mean, for one, I think it's too small. I don't think it would actually look that nice if it was, because it's quite a small build. But yeah, I was conscious of price point. And I think this could be like a little New Year's resolution for me on my channel. I am putting curtains. I'm consciously putting curtains in my builds because I used to always forget. And then, you know, it's like, for someone that loves clutter so much and decorations so much, to then forget the curtains constantly. So, yeah, I am making like a particular effort to make sure I add them into my builds. Okay, so the bedroom was really fiddly. I wanted a double bed that was accessible from both sides, but I still wanted more than just that. I wanted to be able to put things like a mirror in and like a little chair and stuff like that. So we sacrificed a bedside cabinet, basically. They can use their chest of drawers, their little wardrobe, for their bedside cabinet. They're just gonna need to deal with it because they're in a tiny home, you know? Then I'm cluttering some things up, more plants because you can never have enough plants. And I do eventually move that mirror over. So I move that mirror over to the side because, like, your Sims can get past that mirror, but they couldn't have got past that chair. Whereas if you move it to this side, like, your Sims can get around and everything. Everybody's happy. And to top it off, of course, we are adding in a cute little rug. So I do end up attempting to change the wall colours. I decide to keep it green. So I know that I've got like a blue bed. I'm aware of that. The bedspread is blue. But when I tried to make the walls in there blue as well, it was too much. But I don't know why, I just thought that like natural green colour was just almost neutral enough that it still worked. So that's what we got. And I decided to be kind to you and show you guys yet another bathroom. Pretty boring one, pretty standard one, but it'll have to do. Okay, so we are coming to the screenshots now, guys. I hope you liked this build, and if you did, could you hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.